Today, we are going to be looking at some very powerful points that will guide us on how to raise confident kids. Right from birth, kids learn at a dizzying rate. And along with the skill they acquire, they equally develop confidence to use them. As kids get older, the confidence becomes as important as the skill itself. To thrive, kids need to trust in their own capabilities. Even when they are not successful at something they have done, by mastery and experience and rebuilding, these kids can develop self-confidence. Please, parents, no matter how much you love your child, do not overindulge them, especially if you want that child to be a successful adult in future. Point number 1, model confidence to your kids. Even if you are quite feeling it, let them know, let them see you prepare for a new task. Do not pretend if you are going through some level of anxiety. Just focus on achieving the new task you are set to achieve. With that, your kids will know that you also go through some stuff when you are trying to achieve new stuff. And do not pretend to be perfect. Don't pretend to be perfect, because your children need to see you go through stuff just the way they do. Example, when I started my social media coaching, I was so scared. My daughter, who used to help me with my social media stuff, said, "Mommy, you can do this. I trust you. You have all it takes." In fact, she started encouraging me to do it because she believed I can pull through. So that is what I have been modeling to them. Yes, no matter how much anxiety you have come your way because you don't know how well you are going to execute the new task you are about to start, you equally should have some level of self-confidence. That will help your children in developing their own self-confidence. You have to model it. In fact, they learn more by modeling than by what you say. Point number 2, don't get upset about mistake. Let your kids know that it is not out of place for people to make mistake. But the difference is how you are able to come out of them. When you make mistake, you don't dwell in it. And you don't allow the fear of failure to stop you from trying next time. So teach them that it is okay to make mistake, and it is equally good not to dwell in them. Mistake actually help you to learn faster. Put it to them that it is not the end of the world. It is not out of place. Yes, because some children get so discouraged and so insulted and humiliated for making mistake. In fact, some parents do not applaud their kids if they ask them to go on an errand and come back without achieving 100% success. They make those children feel as if they are worthless. That is not how to train children to have confidence. You build confidence by understanding that you are human and imperfect, but then when you make such mistake, the only difference between you and the person who doesn't have confidence is that the confident ones get right back up to face the future, while the ones who are not confident do well in their mistakes. So you have to teach your kids. Encourage them when they make mistakes. Point number 3, encourage them to try new things. Instead of focusing on what they already excel at, help your child to grow confident by exposing them to new tasks. In that way, your child will know that they can handle any task that comes their way. And you don't always step in to help them when they are finding it difficult to tackle some certain challenge. One of my daughters is so good at that. If you ask her to handle something she hasn't done before or something that she finds difficult to do, she will almost blackmail you into helping her solve her problem. She will start by asking you, Mommy, you know I don't know how to do that. How do I do this? What do I do? Where do I start from? What I usually tell her is, do it anyhow you know how to do. Handle it yourself. Regardless of how you do it, all I need is the outcome. And whenever she's done, she will come smiling. Mommy, I didn't know that it was easy. I thought it could have done this. I thought I could have. I said, okay, now you have done it and you have seen how easy it is. And if you keep exposing them to new tasks, these children will not be coward in nature. They will not be weaklings. You will see these children strive in any environment they find themselves, in any school they find themselves, in any place. No matter how difficult the terrain is, you see this category of children who are exposed to learning new tasks excel even beyond your own expectations. So please expose your children to new things. Example, recently my children's school got swimming pools. Some parents were so scared. Please, I don't want my child to swim. They will type the name of the child, the first to the last name, the class, and all the details that had to do with that child. I do not want my child to swim. She doesn't know how to swim. She is scared of water. Parents kept complaining, but I am so glad. I was so glad that my children are finally going to be enjoying swimming as part of exercise in their school. You know, and they came back so excited. Do you know, I swam 4 times. My teacher put me through and I was able to swim over and over and over again. You see the excitement in their eye when they go through new tasks and conquer it. So please, do not be scared of allowing your children to try new things. Number 4, allow your kids to fail. Yes, it is quite natural to want to protect your kids from failure. But it is equally not acceptable for that child's development for you to keep protecting and shielding them from failure. They learn from their failures. Allow them to try. Trial and error will help the child to learn better. If you don't allow them to fail, they wouldn't be able to know how to help themselves in future. And remember, you will not always be with these children forever. When my daughter was writing SSCE, her final high school exams, my mates had meeting that we have agreed to pay our teachers some fees to help us with our exams. They will help us do some level of malpractice based on the subject we find so difficult. So for that reason, we are going to raise 5,000 naira each to pay our teachers. My daughter came home. She wanted to say it and she was just beating around the bush. Mommy, I want to say something to you. I want to ask you a question. Okay, what is it? Okay, Mommy, let me just do this. She wasn't confident because she knew what my response would be. So when she now finally developed confidence, she was like, Mommy, I know you will not consent to this, but then let me just say it and get it off my chest. I said, okay. She said, and my classmates had meetings since last week. In fact, most of them have finished raising their money. They have contributed, and I think I and just other few students who don't know how to confront our parents with this fee are left. And I said, that is beautiful. So what is your take on this? Are you trying to tell me that you're not ready for these exams? She said, no, I'm ready. I said, so why do you want to pay yourself your way to passing the exams? What if your teachers kick against it? She said she don't even know what is going on. And I asked her, is it your teachers that encourage? She said, no, no teacher was involved in this. That is just basically students. And I said, okay, no problem. I am not going to. She said she already knew I'm not going to give her the money. Or do you want to discuss with daddy? She said, that one is the worst part of it. I said, okay, just study your book. You are going to pass your exams. Luckily enough for her, the time those students went to pay the teacher and they considered to be in charge, they all got punished. They got seriously punished for trying that in that school. And I was happy when she came back home and told me, Mommy, do you know, I thank God you didn't encourage me. These guys were punished for trying to bribe our teachers to help them in their SSCE exams. I said, thank God you didn't do it. So you can imagine the parents, if out of 100% of these students, 98% of their parents gave them money to go and pay to pass their exam, SSC exam. What will happen in their university days? They will keep paying for certain fee until they finish their school. That is very unfortunate. Parents, no matter how difficult it is, allow your children to try and fail. That is the only way they will appreciate the knowledge they gain. That is the only way they will grow as responsible adults in future. And that will be one of the ways to reduce the high rates of already existing corruption in Nigeria. So parents, please, allow your children to fail and teach them to get back on their feet when they fail. Point number 5, help kids find their passion. Exploring their passion can give them sense of identity. A child who has found his or her passion, there is nothing as joyful as knowing that I find fulfillment in doing this. A lot of parents do not give room for their children to explore, even right at home. You block their early discovery of self-identity and self-fulfillment. That is why you have a lot of confused adults today. Their parents practically groom them from childhood on what to do, what to become, how to become, and everything they have become as adults. And that is why you see people in their field doing things as if they were morons. They don't really have a say. Because after all, they are doing this because daddy and mommy said I should do it. And that will not give them the opportunity to be confident. You have to allow your children to explore as much as possible. You have to give them a safe environment. Some parents are scared that they might destroy their sound system. Once you are having kids, there are ways to handle your sound system and TV at home. There are ways. Instead of keeping them in their reach and stopping them from exploring what they are passionate about. Then some parents are scared. They don't even want their children to try this. Some parents don't want their children to try football. They don't want their children to be musicians. They don't want their children to be artists. What if that is the vacuum the Almighty God created your child to fulfill on the planet? So please, parents, allow your kids safe environment to explore. Point number 6, set them up for success. Challenges are good for kids, but they should also be sure that they can find a place to explore and get that success. Help your child to get involved with activities that will help them find that success. Expose them to activities that they are very comfortable with. If you keep protecting them from exploring those activities they are really comfortable with, can actually hinder them from achieving great success. Point number 7, show them love. Unconditional love. No matter the situation a child is going through, even in their down moments, always show them that you love them and you are always with them. Show them that you always got their back, even in the midst of their failure or trauma in life. Yes, in as much as these children are trying to find their ground and be confident and grow like confident adults, they equally need the love, undivided love and attention of their parents to grow into confident human beings. So love plays a vital role in encouraging the child to develop self-worth and confidence. And that reminds me why so many children fall victim into rape and domestic molestation is because they lack love from where they are coming from. They don't know what it means for a parent to love a child. And for that reason, whatever a stranger presents to them as a way of loving and showing love to a fellow human being, that is what they accept. So parents, please do not neglect that time and attention you give your children. Do not despise to show them love, real love and concern. Remember, children are the future of tomorrow. They are equally the leaders of tomorrow. So do not neglect your child. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification of my new video whenever I upload.